Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know where y'all from and who you a fan of. Are you a fan of the young Dolph? Comment down below. Let's get this thing started, man. So Yo Gotti's brother surrender. He gives in. He doesn't want to deal with anything anymore because he's had enough, and they already know exactly what role he had to play with everything, man. And then the fact that they already got him to talk about Yo Gotti, CMG, Black Youngster, and Moneybagg Yo. What really happened? Who was riding in that Bentley? And did they go there to really watch, or did they see anything that happened with young Dolph? Because a lot of people are saying that, they might have been around the area to keep an eye or to confirm that everything was done and it was over with. And so you got to already know that people be talking, but the streets of Memphis, they already know exactly what's going on. And that's why when the pressure got to Big Jook, which is Yo Gotti's brother, he folded. He said already way, way too much. And now people looking at him funny, like they cannot trust him no more, because you already know that you can't trust anybody anyways. And so now he's like, man, you know what? I'm tired of this. It's never going to end, because you basically, he's going to just keep digging himself a hole full of more and more things that he has to cover up and change up on, if he's going to try to like get away, or if he's going to try to find a way to not reveal the very top secret thing that they want him to reveal. And so basically, he's like, why waste all those years trying to figure it out and fight it and try to cover up for all these people, when in reality, he's going to be the one that's getting looked at anyways. And so that's it. It's a wrap now. He caved in. He surrendered. He gave himself up, because he already knows at this point that it's already way too many eyes on them. It's already way too many people looking at him and putting two and two together, because when you really look at the facts and you break down exactly what happened, it had to have been somebody there from CMG that day riding by in that Bentley in the front of the cookie shop. Because once that picture came out, you already know it's only two people in Tennessee with that type of Bentley. And the one that's black, we already seen Moneybagg Yo and his old girlfriend or whatever riding around with that. So people already know that it's tied to CMG in one way or another. Like, we already saw that Instagram video where Moneybagg Yo bought it with his CMG funds and money basically coming from Yo Gotti, and so that he could give it to his girl as a gift, because somebody on that block said that they still parked that same Bentley in the driveway, not even in the garage, in the driveway. And so that's how they knew that once they seen that picture get released of the Bentley driving in front of the Makedas shop with the whole Dolph and everything in the arm, then that's when they were like, wait, hold on, ain't that the same car that usually be parking outside in the driveway? And that's how they knew that it was that. And then next thing you know, all of a sudden, Moneybagg Yo takes that same Bentley and he puts all his other whips on the moving truck, and they put the car hauler up and take it straight to Atlanta to the chop shop. Because one thing y'all got to know is that that's how they got to get rid of the Bentley, or that's how they got to dismember it and disassemble it to make it so that it's no longer like recognizable, to the fact that they can't say whether that's the Bentley or not. Or if they go look for the Bentley, they think the Bentley's driving around, and what's really going on is that it could actually be in a bunch of pieces at the chop shop getting shipped around and sold as spare parts to junkyards and whatnot. One thing people got to understand is that Moneybagg Yo, when he moved out of Memphis, he had to have moved for a reason. He didn't just up and move because he wanted to go somewhere different in Atlanta or whatever. Ultimately, it's like this. He knew he had to get out of Memphis because of the fact that they were already hot on his trail from the people that already got caught up and straight dropping them, already being people that could end up snitching and whatnot, right? And so he was like, man, that's why Key Glock even got out of town. He's like, if Key Glock is out of town, then the only person that they're going to be looking at now is that Moneybagg Yo. That's when he quickly upped and moved. He called Ari and said, clean out that back room, that spare room you got. He's moving in. And that's when he decided in the middle of the night, drove all the way up Memphis. He even avoided South Memphis. He went all the way out through the east side. And that's how they got from the east side down to Atlanta. And you already know. So if he's moving and he's already caught up in the mix and people are looking at him like, yo, that's your Bentley that's driving right there. What are you guys doing in there? But the windows are so tinted that you can't see inside of it because it's all black on black. Like that Bentley's got all black on black. So you can't really tell who's in there. And so that's the only thing. But then once you realize that they done drove in front of all the cameras and the traffic cameras and the 4K in front of that, then you got to know that it's a picture out there somewhere in the surveillance, and whether it's a side business or one of the traffic ones, that it's on camera through the windshield, because the windshield of that you can see right through it. And so what the thing is that they already know it's already a surveillance out there, but all you got to know that it's always a third party that be buying and keeping the surveillance. So you will never figure out exactly who is inside that Bentley unless you get that picture of that surveillance when they turn the corner in front of that cookie shop, and it must have snapped a photo of exactly who was driving and who was in the passenger seat, and you might see a little bit of who was in the back seat. And the way that people been talking, they thinking that it's got to be Moneybagg Yo driving, Yo Gotti in the passenger seat telling them where to go, and Black Youngster and Big Jook in the back seat because they the ones who's doing all the, backdoor backseat stuff. And so that's just the way it goes. And Yo Gotti had to have been the one telling him, drive over here now. I got to see what happened. And so that's what could have been going on. You never really know because of the fact that that Bentley is already there, is already looking kind of weird and sketchy and suspect just from the fact that that's one of Dolph's ops driving by in front. The last time they seen that Bentley was the last time when something went up and somebody yelled something at Dolph last time he was in Memphis, and he knew that it had to have been one of Moneybagg Yo's girls driving in that because her friends or whatever dudes that she was with yelled something to Dolph because they all on Moneybagg Yo's side. So what you got to understand is that people that's really in tune and in touch with Memphis and out there, they know exactly whose Bentley that is and who be driving it on the daily basis. And like, the folks that they be letting them borrow it and take to this place and that place when they go to now. And they seen that same one at Lenox Mall when Ari pulled up there when they ran into Finesse 2 times. So what y'all got to understand is that they basically took it out of plain, out of sight, so that way nobody thinks about it. And then by the time they get to Big Jook and he tells them, about riding in the Bentley and whose it is and all that, it would have already been gone into a bunch of pieces at the chop shop, sent out all over the world. That way they can't actually figure it out because you would have needed that there still intact to be able to use it to bring it in, saying that, oh, this was the whip that was driving by. It was so many cars driving by that day, deliberately parked here and there, way in the back, because it was so many people watching. And what you got to understand is that the timing of everything, they did not turn the corner and get right there in front of Dolph in the cookie shop where everything happened at the exact time it happened for the two guys who's the getaway guys running back into the getaway car to take off. It's something weird about that moment, like as if they knew exactly when to drive by to see and confirm whether everything happened the way that it was said or not. Like, as they had to confirm whether it happened or not, because like Grove Hero said, they put money on Dolph head, and there was already rumors saying that Dolph had either 40K, 50K, 100K on his head. And what you guys got to understand is that then it makes sense for somebody to be riding by and watch the aftermath of what happened to confirm so that they could send the money out. So once you follow the money, you would understand exactly where it's coming from, who's going to, and basically like who's really involved in the whole grand scheme of things, who is the ringleaders and who's the henchmen. And so basically with all that, y'all got to understand to already subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below. Let me know who you a fan of. Binge watch all the other videos and get caught up on everything. But until then, I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'll see you there. Peace.